Hello, and welcome to Gorilla Tag 101. And I feel like today's topic is gonna be fake ghosts. So, we're just gonna head to another scene, and we're back. So, fake ghosts, depending on how they are, like how they are kind of acting, it could be hard to tell or it could be easy. So, one key thing is that, or something you'll notice a lot, is them hanging their controllers by their straps. And this is typically what happens. Their little hands kind of flop around, and it just looks kind of ridiculous. So that's one key thing to finding a fake ghost. Now, a few other things is they aren't really walking perfect, like um, AIs or whatever, which by the way aren't real. AIs or whatever kind of walk really perfectly. Like they keep their posture and everything. They keep it all correct. But for us, I suppose it's not really easy to do that because you know I don't know. Um, and speaking of us not being able to do that, another thing we can't do is stay completely still. That's another thing they do. Like whenever we're staying still, there's gonna be a little bit of shakiness, and that's very much noticeable. Like, let's say, right here, I'm sure you can notice a bit of shakiness there. So, that's one big old no no. How about we go somewhere else? Okay, so now, soundboards. Uh, Sometimes if they're like, let's theoretically say they're acting like Echo. Um, they they probably they probably have a soundboard, let's say, and let's say they play that Run Rabbit Run thing. Uh, Now, normal Echo or the real Echo doesn't actually do that. For the real Echo, she actually kind of like, once she gets annoyed, she'll start playing that. So yeah, if they start immediately playing that, it's probably not real. And speaking of soundboards, is if they play sounds you wouldn't usually hear from like PPPV or something. Like if they were trying to like troll as like what's a good example? Maybe like, yeah, I guess PPPV. It, they'd probably be playing like the most randomest sounds, like the random of the random, like like I don't know, some scary noise that usually PPPV probably wouldn't play. So that's one thing. And speaking of faking, even more, is if they have the right color and cosmetics. Now, usually, little side note, usually ghosts don't really have cosmetics. It depends on who they are. Like, Echo has cosmetics, or one cosmetic, and I think that's about it. I don't think any other ghosts, as far as I know, have cosmetics, and I think, I think, like, God, man, I can't speak. Well, yeah, I guess that's about it. There literally no other ghosts can like don't have cosmetics. So if you see any like cosmetics on, like PBBV, Daisy 09, or any of them, they're definitely fake. Speaking of looking like them, colors. Colors play a very, very, very important role in a ghost. Like PBBV. Everybody knows him as his salmon color. Like everybody. And Echo is cyan, and yada yada yada. So if it's like maybe like slightly off, I don't think it would matter. Maybe so that's kind of like a guide to like how to become one, anyways. But probably will actually. But like, let's see, Daisy09. Someone's faking Daisy09. Every everything else is correct. They got us the correct song and all that stuff. Actually, speaking of her, she apparently only comes out in when you're banned. You just gotta press that mute, blah 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 blah, right over there, and that's uh, I guess it is. I mean, I don't know that much about Daisy09. I mean, I think maybe uh, yeah, I don't know, but that's from what I've heard. Don't expect like totally real information from me. I'm no professional at these ghosts because I tried faking as one once. Did not go well. But anyways, yeah, colors play an important role. Like, let's say someone's trolling as Daisy09, they have like some green color or something. Like they have some off blue color. Like people say people say that Daisy09 can either come as pink, blue, or kind of like changes colors. Now, the blue, I believe, maybe is dark blue. I don't know. They didn't specify. I mean, it's definitely not cyan. So if you ever see it like a daisy with a cyan color or something, I don't think that's real. Especially uh with the pink. I don't know for sure what pink she is, but I'm guessing a hot pink. So like any light pink or anything, that's not gonna work. Mm, so I think we should go somewhere else again. I just love these cuts. Okay, well we're back. Now, this one's you definitely know it. It's Statue. No, you may know him, or I think it's a him, as like standing next to the mirror over there. But sorry to break the news, that isn't Statue. The real Statue is yellow and goes down in mines. No, I'm not going down there. Ain't no way. But if you're looking for someone like Statue that's at the mirror, you're looking for End is here. And again, this plays a big factor of literally staying still. And so like basically any statue that's over there is most likely fake. And as far as I know, I don't think Statue plays sounds either. Or End is here. So speaking of that yellow statue that's down here, how it works basically is like a you know like when you look away, it's like it kind of goes closer. So it's think of like SCP-173. It's just like that, except the yellow. And this this might be important if you want to fake as that real statue. Like if you want to, don't just like go running all willy nilly, like trying to scare people. That's not gonna work. Actually, speaking of scary people, let's talk about jump scares. Now, I don't think ghosts really do jump scares. Like in trolling videos and all that stuff, you definitely do see them jump scare. And if that's a thing, if that's what a ghost is doing, then they're not real. Like it's like PPPV. We all know him. We maybe we all love him. I don't know. But like when he was starting out, he wouldn't jump scare you. I know that. We all know that for a fact. All he do is that when you get near him, you do that like little startup gorilla screen with red eyes or whatever. So, yeah, I jump scares a big old no. And speaking of people trolling, there's three things I think you could identify someone as trolling. The first one, right here, is a mod menu. Now, if you see anybody doing like this or this or this or whatever, yeah, that they've obviously got a mod menu. And actually, to identify a mod menu is by their movements. Now, the grill tagging mod menu is one, I think, popular one, where it's got like uh, little two little movements, unusual movements. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. That that is wacky monkey and head spinning. Now, head spinning is self-explanatory. It spins ahead. So, yeah, you could definitely catch someone doing that easily, and you could definitely identify the mod menu. Now, it's grill tagging mod menu or the grill tagging kid mod menu isn't the only one that has this. There's some other ones, that I definitely don't know. Uh, but yeah, you're gonna easily identify that one as, a mod menu. And the wacky monkey kind of like sporadicates your little rig around as you walk or whatever you do. So, yeah, that's another one. And actually, speaking of, if you do ghost monkey during that, your hands and head will go all crazy. So, yeah, it's like real, kind of slightly easy to identify one. It depends though, on what they're doing, like how good they're sneaking it or hiding it. And actually, speaking of revealing actions, lagging is something that most mod menus have. Now, let's say it's happened to me. If you didn't, if you haven't seen the last video, but the ghost teleported right next to me, put his hand up right next to me, and lagged the game. Now, I'm guessing the way he did this is that he kind of turned on Ghost Monkey or something, which is what makes you stay still during an action, and get his mod menu and lag the server, because everybody experiences it. So yeah, that's big thing that some mod menus do. And how about another scene transition? Okay, so now that we're at this rain or whatever, you might see some ghosts like kind of walk through here or whatever. And I've actually been there with mod menus. So if you ever see someone on the floor down there, yeah, they're probably fake, because it seems like most fake ghosts kind of like go down there or whatever. So it's crazy. And actually, the ground there doesn't. You would go through it. You would actually go through it. So you have to use platforms. So if they're walking on it like it's nothing, they're 100% using platforms. And speaking of platforms, you could definitely sense them in a way. Sometimes depending on the platforms you use this finger to activate them. I would be showing this with the mod menu, but don't have them right now. But yeah, the platforms are really easy to detect. Like, they're really easy. Speaking of more like, kind of like things, is no clipping. This one everybody knows. You go through the floor or whatever, yada yada yada. Yeah, I don't think Ghosts from the very beginning didn't do that, so ain't no way that's real. Ain't no way. And speaking of like other fake ghosts, talk about names. Now let's transition. Okay, next to the campfire for a little bit of atmosphere. But so names, depending on what they are, they could be pretty revealing. Like, let's say it's just end or hide or seek or whatever. That's most likely fake. They're just like little scary names. That are just like short random words. Like, really like not recognizable or something. Like, if I say PBBV, you definitely will think of him. But if I say like end or something, it's gonna take some time to really know who you're referring to or something. So names could be pretty revealing. So if you want to really troll or anything, you're gonna want to troll as like something recognizable, like the original Ghost or Daisy, or like Daisy 09 or something. So think, I think That's actually, how about we take another? I've got actually got more to say about positions. Now, positions are maybe important and a little bit of revealing. So I'm on this like big platform that's above basically everything, like right next to the big tree, and up there is tutorial. Now, it's very common to see trollers and everything go up in tutorial. And that's just immediately revealing because I'm bringing up the original ghosts a lot, but the original ghosts really don't ever go up there, or as a matter of fact, really go anywhere. Like depending on who it is, like PvPvV, the original one stays at the bridge. So, and like I think the rest kind of just wander around depending, but you'll never see those up in the bridge. Now, use this however you want. Little trollers with your little mod menus and your little soundboards. I'm being a bit of a hypocrite because I have a soundboard, but that's besides the point. But yeah, like Banshee will stay in that treehouse right there and kind of walk out sometimes. So, like, I guess just keep that in mind if you ever are trolling. And I think that kind of marks the end of this video. I don't have anything other to say. At least I think so. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Nice talk. And this was Gorilla Tag 101 Part Ghosts. See ya in the next video.